Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie, and it's time for more Record Keeper. Today, we have an FF2 event, been a while, with a odd and different format, where the entire dungeon starts out unlocked. But the event is The Torch Burns On. Of course, referring to the character Scott. Well, I'll try and frame here properly for us. Kind of hard with these background images, but whatever. It's that guy, right? Ooh, right there. Who was Scott, you say? He's a prince who dies. That's it. That's all he does in Final Fantasy II. He's Gordon's brother, and the character was a pretty important story significance, but he himself doesn't really do too much. Overall, the format change I am actually a little wary about, and the main thing about it that I'm worried about is newer players. It will be harder for them to get maybe quite as much out of an event as before. What I refer to, of course, is I didn't like punch the exact numbers, and like I would hope that they increased all the rewards across the board and everything, but if they don't do that, then there is less stuff for newer players to get, and that's my only big worry. But Dina Japan is generally a very smart company. Yes, and there's things like that. 2 of the Mithril locked behind harder content, so on and so forth. I think yeah, maybe that's why Dina of America, Dina Global, chose to roll. Also, I brought Curata. I slipped up on my whole plan of only older abilities, only 4-star abilities. Tiny bit of a slip up there. Maybe that's why Dina of Global chose to roll out the renewal dungeons when they did. What with the new format and everything. Who knows? Like, who can really know? We can only speculate. Yeah, that's right. Dina doesn't have a global office anymore. Huh? Well, I think the renewals are always supposed to end on the 5th of November. There was just one thing in there that was... Like, there was only one thing that was labeled 1231. I think on the highest layer it was 11.5, and the lowest layer it was 11.5. But on the middle layer it was 1231. Yeah, it's not really a lot of time to get all of it done. But, you know, 2 steps forward, at the very least, 1 step back. I appreciate what they're doing. So I didn't talk about much about the Lamia Queen, but just to run over that fight real fast. It doesn't have a whole lot to her. Her whole big thing is confusing your characters, but she is vulnerable to stop. So, you know, you can lock her down pretty easily. Behemoth here is entirely physical, and a lot of his stuff is actually tauntable. I didn't, but if you want, you can bring a taunt to this fight and easily lock down a majority of what this boss can do. I will say, I like the concept of the renewal dungeons, but yeah, I feel as though they are throwing too much at new players too fast. Alright, so Emperor of the Heaven. His biggest things are that at one point he will hit your party with a party-wide dispel, and he does also have the ability to slow and things like that. Thankfully, you can slow him right back. A lot of these moves that I have brought to the fight are for conditions. Should be mentioned that Scott, while being a pretty decent character, is extremely bad for this fight, because all of the 5-star abilities that Scott can use are elemental. And the boss is omni-resistant. Luckily, being a triple plus, Emperor of Heaven does not have an exorbitant amount of HP. But he's got enough. Now, the slow on the Emperor is, of course, a godsend. You can see that he's really, like, not getting moves. Which I'm going to make sure that doesn't fall off. I did cast it with a white mage, but you can never be too careful. Especially when it seems to be the same thing saving my ass right now. He should hit us with the party-wide dispel any moment now. Oh! There it is. I fricked it. Oh my god, Rickard, please come back. Rickard! Rickard! Thank you. Alright. Looks like this is gonna go pretty alright. Yeah, alright, we're okay. Even Scott, who's not really super leveled compared to the other two, held his own. Now, you could also equip Scott with things like, say, Drain Blade instead of Pound, which, you know, is going to help keep him... God. It's going to help keep him alive. I don't think that red was supposed to happen. Okay. I honestly can't remember who I said would use the... fuck it. Now. Haze should be his first action. Good. Alright, then we are squared away. And, the battle is joined. See, I'm amazed that effects like Valley Garmondo go off with no problem. And then other ones are like, nah. Wow, he's a bit beefy, isn't he? Alright, so there's Imbue? I believe it's pronounced Imbue. Yeah. Biggest big thing there is you just gotta get a power breakdown on him ASAP. And with that, the fight is pretty much done-ish. So that's, yeah, okay, there you go. That's his big thing, is he has that AoE with a chance to stun. It's pretty rude. But, there's not a whole lot to him. Alright, he does the second one. Well, good thing I was just, I was ready to go. Hoofa. Yeah, so this fight isn't terribly scary. Like, it doesn't do a whole lot. Until he does ultimate attack. Then it gets pretty nasty. Man, I'm happy I packed as many spells as I did. I seriously looked at it going, I don't know if this is going to be enough. And put in more spells. And, hoo boy, am I glad I did. Oh. Yeah, other than that stun attack, he's really not too rough. Good to know. So the one really nasty thing about this boss is it really likes to start, yep, there it is. Turn 1, Venomous. Luckily, we're not really wanting for very, very nice physical fire and ice moves. I guess one could argue that Spellblade is a little bit, like, it could be better. But hey, we just got one this event, so there is that. Hailstorm is a danger move to use in this fight. I don't hate it, but Venom Mist is easily the most dangerous, if not the second most dangerous, move for the boss to use. So you are leaving yourself a little bit more open to damage from that move. His ultimate, like, 2-hit attack that can also stun is actually his most dangerous move. Arguable. Like, I've seen differing opinions on it. And that's mainly just because it can Deal a lot of damage and then the person's stunned. Luckily Vaughn is here, and Vaughn does a lot of damage with these moves. So, he don't care. Yeah, there's the move right there. That hitting a healer is probably the worst thing that could happen. Especially with a follow-up ultimate venom miss. Please do not die, Selfie. Piss. Well, fuck it. Yeah, like really, one of these hits really needed to have hit Vaughn, because Vaughn has all the self-healing. I forgot to refresh buffs. I do really need to refresh buffs. Welp. Yeah, because everything's just not hitting hard enough. And we do need to finish this quickly. Alright. Well, we're tapped. Alright, that's a win though. As it turns out, Ultimate Venom Mist, way less scary than normal. Go fucking figure. Oh, I don't like those bars. No, not a fan of those bars. Those bars should be higher. Those bars should be more. More bars. Please. The war on bars continues. Now, with such a magic-based party, you wouldn't think he would, but thanks to how pretty decent, secretly decent monks are, our boy up top is actually going to put in a lot of work. Now. Yes. So, slowly, steadily, we begin damaging the boys and back. As stated before, we have a certain number of turns to take them out. If time expires, the team falls asleep, and we lose. The scariest thing right now is I need to get so many casts of Maria's burst off. So, execution, placement of moves, pressing of buttons is very exact right now. Which isn't the easiest thing to do in the emulator. But, nonetheless, we persevere, we continue, we fight on. The opening turns here are the roughest because we get to get magic breakdown on the team. I go for the full break first because having those resistances slightly lowered can give us the edge. Alright, good boy, come on. Get one more cast in, good boy. Ah, oh, piss. Alright. That's acceptable, actually. We just need to punch him. Oh. Sorry, that was a little confusing to me because I was expecting someone else to get a turn there. Either way, I think we made the cut. Just barely, but yes, we're going to make the cut. Alright. That's really the hard part of the fight. Now, the unfortunate thing there is, due to the mechanics of the boss, I did not hit the soul with Imperil. Fantastic. Either way. Now, the remaining portion of the fight is just a matter of beating down the Red Soul in, at our leisure. There is not a terrible need to rush. The Soul is a little nasty, to be honest. Does have a lot of powerful magics behind its disposal, and we'll be utilizing them here in the latter turns of the fight. But luckily, we also have very powerful magics at our disposal, which we will see shortly. Excuse me, I slurped my coffee a little bit there. gave you all some bad ear noises. Now, Krill isn't here to do damage. Krill's a buff. First and foremost, Krill is buff. After buff, then Krill is damage. And the unfortunate thing there is that misses don't build gauge. So I had done that move because we're close to being able to attempt to imperil the boss again. But unfortunately, though he puts in his work, guy just missed. Oh wait, no. Apparently it does count. I thought Both Milses, it didn't build gauge. There we go. There's that good guy damage. Oh, well. Onion Knight's out of burst now, but a couple of stone guns will get the job done. And again, once, like if you have a wall going in this fight, once you've gotten to this point, it's pretty safe and easy to manage. The Red Soul on its own is not nearly the threat it is with the Ogre Magi. And I didn't really discuss it, but the way that this mechanic of the fight works is at the start, the Ogre Magi cast Blink 16 on the party. And what that does is it actually gives all three enemies a 30% chance to just not get hit by physical moves. So, yes, a tiny bit rude. Case in point. But there we go. Now, everybody in this fight is very set upon jobs. There are things that they must do, and they should do, and they will do. Now, it should be noted here, a big way that I plan on getting through this fight, and it's actually, I think it's pretty good, is that Guy and Layla both self-heal, which takes a lot of stress also off of Minwoo. Layla doesn't self-heal quite as well as Vaughn was doing, but you take what you can get. Man, repeated crits on that one. Hey, Fanfel. So yeah, this is going to go pretty similar to our other attempt, just a little bit slower. Luckily, a thing that I've really learned, and I hope I'm actually right on this one, the dragon isn't terribly aggressive. It is a little aggressive, and of course I'm not going to say it doesn't have like dangerous moves. It certainly does. The initial Venom Mist and its 2-hit attack are both extremely rude and do a lot of damage. That said, having 2 weaknesses to 2 very common elements does a lot of work. Hit about the halfway point, so I think the next time that Gordon gets a turn, we yeah, there's that shit right there. We may lose Guy. Now, I shouldn't have to heal Guy, but ultimate attack is extremely rude. Nice. Cool. Now, obviously, a lot of the boys and gals that I brought to this fight, I do have plenty of moves on, plenty of breaks, plenty of flashy stuff. I probably won't be utilizing them. I'm gonna see just how far we can get without needing that stuff. And here's the big thing, like right here, I really want to show, like, if you break down full break the dragon, Ultimate Venom Mist, while nothing to shake a stick at, is one of the less scary moves. The big thing is that Ultimate Venom Mist is generally followed up by Ultimate Attack. That is the real scary thing to watch out for. And a double tap on Minwoo is quite possibly the worst thing. Double tapping your healer, which is why it is generally a good... I can't look at my sidebar right now, but he should have the hit resist on him. If he does not, that is on me. Stun resist. Then again, it might be 100% chance to stun. It may not be resistible. Fuck it, let's get flashy. I had the boss dead to rights right here. Why not finish it off spectacularly? Okay, maybe Gordon doesn't do damage. Maybe Gordon don't do a damage. Maybe Gordon doesn't do damage. Maybe Guy had it under control. Yeah, Gordon took off Guy's second punch pretty much. But yeah, I don't think that submission's too bad. On paper, it looks real scary. But once you get in there, I don't think it's really that bad. Alright, so Onion Knight should get hit first. Yes, good. No, it did actually. It ate a use of Shelga because I let the fight progress that far. Alright, slowly but surely, the team is revving. See, we let ourselves get messed up. That way we could heal it all right back up. It was a tactical. It was a tactical getting fucked up. But it seems that my top two characters are actually slamming into the cap. They can only hit so hard. And of course, some might have to get hit, right? Can't all go smoothly. This should be fine, though. All in all. We have many backup abilities to keep us going. Actually, that's there. There, we're good. That should be Death of the Ogres. Oh, it's a bit of rebuffing. That's because of the reset. Well, this will be fun. Kerfloat enters the equation right now. So, for reference, because I cut out the previous attempt, I had a mess up attempt where I didn't apply the right brakes to people, and I had used one of my uses of Sentinel Grimoire during that. Oops! Alright, now to do that 2 more times. Oh, it's so good to see Krill actually doing the proper damage that she should be doing. This might be close, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, things have worn off. Many things have worn off. The 15% from Fantasy Unbound were off, for reference. Ooh boy. Oh no, I am well aware that Sentinel Grimoire wore off. Yeah, good thing Onion Knight has 8k health. I can take an AoE. Alright, Krill, I salute you. Good job. Oh, you lived. Good job, Krill. Alright, that's a blowback. Woo! I had no right winning that. Absolutely no right winning that one. thinking. Now, it's a good thing to note that Hailstorm is a buffing move that Furion can use very easily and lowers his resistance, which is not a factor in this fight at all. The Knights deal only physical damage, so a resistance lower doesn't really concern you too much. Boy! That could do more damage. Oh, you'll also note one other very, very major important thing. I don't have a healer. Now, every time going to try and debuff the one in the back right there. Yeah, that's my boy. Because, yeah, he tends to be way more aggressive than the other ones. This actually works fantastically. I'm amazed. Yeah, this has no right to work. This is so stupid. Oh, we're getting low on health. Oh, piss. We had to say something. Oh no. If only. Come on. Oh, I'm aware, guys, SSB hits everything. I made it this far without using anything. Oh my god, I can't believe this worked. The question is, will it be a mastery? It should be. Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! Oh, that should not have worked. So that was it for the FF2 event. longer video for y'all, and not a lot of faffing about, just a lot of stuff to do. Stalls for time while I open up a thing. That's not the right website. There it is. The next event is going to be 8. So, I'll see you next time.